Hey, we're hanging out by the pool and we're going to talk about some modern rock records from the year 2000. All right, so I'm attempting to do 5 records in 5 minutes about the year 2000. So our theme is going to be modern rock. So of course, we always get into trouble when we talk about things being modern, things being new like new wave, things being alternative like alternative music, statistical methods being modern, like modern regression methods. So this is one of my textbooks from back in the 1990s. My students would be appalled to learn that I paid $48.75 for a graduate school level textbook. And so it was the most comprehensive book available on state-of-the-art regression methodology, which was true 30 years ago, but not so much today. And so I brought out some CDs. One thing I want to talk about, I only have on vinyl, and I didn't bring the vinyl outside, so I'll talk about that first. That's a record by a band called Rekkid. And so Rekkid was on Discord Records, so out of Washington, D.C., so they were a math rock group. So we're going to talk about them as like being a new math rock group, even though I don't really think they ever really talked about being new math. So this is somebody I discovered a few years ago when I was watching the streams done by that guy, Aaron. I haven't seen any of his streams for a while, so I don't know if he's still doing YouTube stuff or if I just lost track of him. And of course, we had the new wave of British heavy metal, which you're saying, oh, that was like 1980, not the year 2000. But Iron Maiden came back in the year 2000 with the Brave New World album, including songs like The Wicker Man. And of course, this is probably most noteworthy for the returns of Bruce Dickinson and Adrian Smith. So we had the classic 5 members together, and they kept Yannick Gears around for a 6-member band. So this would be like the modern new wave of British heavy metal. So they came out with this in the year 2000. And of course, one of the big things that was going on in music, I was probably just a little bit too old to really be into it, so I don't own much from the genre known as nu metal, N-U, not N-E-W. And so I do own Linkin Park Hybrid Theory. When I was going to pull it off my CD shelf, I actually had to pull it off of the... I have an area with stuff that I'm probably looking to get rid of, and it was in that. Of course, Chester Pennington, we tragically lost him a few years back. One Step Closer is probably the song I remember the most from this. Of course, you've got like the kind of the classic nu metal. You've got like the turntables scratching, the rappy part, the metally part going on. And then, of course, you have bluegrass and you have newgrass. And so the debut album by Nickel Creek on Sugar Hill Records, and this was not Sugar Hill as in the Sugar Hill Gang and other rap stars like Superwolf out of Jackson, Tennessee, but this does have a local connection to me because one of the members of Nickel Creek, Chris Thiele, who's known for Punch Brothers and his solo work and Prairie Home Companion, spent part of his childhood in Western Kentucky here. His father had worked at the local university here, so he's got a local connection. They played in the auditorium at our school one time, and so that's Nickel Creek with their Newgrass debut. And then, of course, we're not going to get through an entire video without a Juliana Hatfield record. So we got Juliana Hatfield on CD, on Japanese CD. She released 2 albums in the year 2000. I'm going with Juliana's Pony. So that's like a brand new trio. So her with Mikey Welsh on bass, would play with her in a few other albums and was most noted for being in Weezer, and a guy named Zeph Courtney on drums, the only time she ever worked with him. This is her hardest, closest to a metal album she ever did. Song My Protege has the shreddiest guitar solo you'll ever hear on a Juliana Hatfield record, performed by a guy named Klaus Kawasaki, who I suspect was really Juliana. So there you go. There's some modern rock from the year 2000, 25 years ago.